historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, the calendar has flipped to November, and we've got an intriguing matchup on tap, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Green Bay Packers. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the third overall selection back in 2018 from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on the national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
There's the stiff arm. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
First down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First and goal, Seattle.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
Play action, it's Darnold. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Second and goal from the 1. Walker. Looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He'll try to pick it up himself. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Myers' kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
Now in his third season as the guy in Green Bay, and he's thrown for at least 25 touchdowns in each of the last 2 years. He and his team believe they are due for a deep playoff run as long as he stays healthy and is piloting the offense.
A tackle made by Boye Mafe.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Play fake. Here's Love. That's complete to Wicks. So the completion gets him just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
Love looking to throw it. That's to Golden. He's got it right side. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. It's taken to the 26. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now off the bootleg, Darnold on the RPO hook. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Black.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Set. Go.
Put it out left to Dobbs. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Love. Now he's going to step up and run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Packers, first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly,
Here we go.
sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs from 4 yards out. And the Packers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Seahawks 3.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 10. Darnold. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Seahawks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Again, Darnold. Well, that'll be caught by Cobb. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down. It's a gain of 20. And the Seahawks first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They'll get this one to Cobb complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go, set.
Darnold to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. Cooper Kupp from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks have retaken the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Go now. Red.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Boye Mafe. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. From the 20, here's the 2nd and 9.
At the 20-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Back to throw, Darnold. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Darnold now to throw. And that pass finds Kupp along the sideline. And he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here first and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. His throw incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Third and 19.
Let's go now. 10 block. Ready.
Bluff. Pass caught. That's Golden. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Here's Daniel Whelan now.
Formation for the Packers.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And that will come the offense as they take over.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Darnold. He completes this to Walker. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. You know, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up on second down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
And that is incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in his first quarter, and they were trying to double his pressure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already getting into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
To the air again, Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
They go bootleg. Love. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Reek Willen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 50, green. Hut.
Love from the gun. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Okay, ready?
Under a minute to go. Clock running and a back and forth first quarter of play.
Ready.
1st and 10 at the
52
41-yard
bull.
line.
Ready.
Throwing. Love. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Love now. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Boye 0. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped out, shaking under pressure, they got him again. DeMarcus Lawrence. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here's Horton. After one, 17-7 is our score. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now Darnold. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, they have not been shy about looking his way in this first half. That's already 7 catches for him now, and we've yet to hit halftime.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Open man right side is cut complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Faking the give, Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Play action. It's Darnold. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Outright to Smith and Jigba. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
Opposite, green. Opposite, green.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Watch out now, 50 Fury. Red, 38.
Here's Love. That's caught downfield. It's Golden. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Let's go. Ready?
Here's Jacobs. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Here we go, set. 50, grip, set,
Now
go.
receiver in motion left. To throw now. Here's Love. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A big win there defensively on second and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up third.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is third and goal.
Here we go. 10 black. Ready.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs from 10 yards out. And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
We'll get that to Charbonnet. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Darnold. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
We're going to start.
Throwing again is Darnold. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. On now is the Packers punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Off of play action, Darnold. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Seahawks.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not because every exit door, that was surrounded. I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Back to throw, Darnold. In trouble, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 60 red. 60 red. Red.
Glove. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. A pause now as they tend to an injured player. And it's the quarterback, Jordan Love. He's shaken up out there. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's going to go down again. Boye Mafe. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. On now is the Packers punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And they will take over 1st and 10. And out now come the Seahawks. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to put it in, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Darnold. Open man is Barner, the tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the 3rd down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route, coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. Here's 3rd and 7. To throw is Darnold. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Down. Blue, 30.
Throwing. Love. Pass caught. That's Golden. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Ready. Set.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Set. Hut. 52. Hut.
In
Go.
motion, the tight end.
Ready.
Working out of the gun. Love. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. They'll look to set up his blockers. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Darnold now to throw. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. Here's Darnold. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. Gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Now Darnold. A quick throw, but incomplete.
And that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's Darnold. That's down the field. He's got Arroyo. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this 1st half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Sam Darnold, an 8-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Packers ready to take over offensively. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, set. 10 black, ready.
Play action this time with Love. Now he's going to step up and run. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good. For the Packers, 1st down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Ready, ready. 50, grit, punch.
On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Check.
Now Love. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Packers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Love looking to throw it. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And that is no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
We're going to start.
Darnold. And that is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, but it's going to be second down. Now back to throw. He completes this to Walker. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Third down at 6. From the 50, it's Darnold. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down at 5.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on third down to keep this drive alive.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this one to Kupp complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
That's another Seahawks first down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Seahawks.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Second and 6.
We're going to start.
Throwing again is Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go. Back to throw, Darnold. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Well, now how about this return? And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Sheds off the tackle. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defense in front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to kick it away. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Shedding the tackle, that gives him some room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back to Walker on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Faking the give, Darnold. And It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Now it's Darnold. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Blue, 32. Ready?
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He's still having trouble moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, so much for halftime adjustment. Sometimes the best adjustment you make is no adjustment. You just do things better. But in this case, I think an adjustment was in order. They may have to change up and start throwing the ball around a little bit more.
Here we go. Hut, hut, red, 38. Hut, hut.
Throwing. Love. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Boye Mafe in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
To throw now. Here's Love. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Let's take it inside his own 40. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. The Seahawks offense has Sam Darnold headed back out there. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A gain of 12. And the Seahawks 1st down.
To throw is Darnold. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Go set.
Darnold now to throw. That's taken in by Arroyo. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here you go, set.
Now Darnold. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Packers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Ready?
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Down. 33.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Ready?
So from
Right.
Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Set, cut. Yellow.
Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Yellow. 22. Set.
Love from the gun. Short throw. He's got Kraft. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Black 40. Set. Go.
Love now. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
Ready?
There's a handoff to Jacobs. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important?
And they're going to get it. They bring it down, a sack back at the 16-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by McManus is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. He's having a day here in quarter number 3, over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one, because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. Devontae Wyatt gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Off of play action, Darnold. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple.
What's up?
Here's Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
There's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. Play action this time with Love. He gets that one complete to Wicks. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Here we go, set. 50, ready.
Here's Love. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. McManus now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds Smith and Jigba. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
For a Seahawks first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Only a short game there, but that's okay if you're the offense. They brought a lot of pressure at it, and he uses athleticism to at least get back to the line and make 2nd down a lot shorter than it was looking for a moment.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Blue, ready, go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 50 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Love. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Willis looks to pass it here. Pass caught. That's golden. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it.
Picked off by Quay Walker. He's on his way. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10.
Come on. Ready,
In motion right, Dobbs. They go play action with Willis. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here we go. Strike.
Here's Willis. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
You're not.
1st and goal at the 9.
Cougar 19.
Willis headed left off the option. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Malik Willis keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Packers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback head jet sweeps nowadays before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Malik Willis who took it in himself to cap things off. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fights through it. And able to get this out to the 25. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Walker with another carry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A gain of 6. That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
It certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he's still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Darnold. Outright to Smith-Njigba. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. The extra point now coming from Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith-Njigba touchdown catch. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
33, yep.
They'll start the drive with Wilson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
And the pressure gets to him again. Boye Mafe. In there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Horton fighting through. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Straight ahead, Walker. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he stopped immediately there. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Cowboy 80. Let go.
On the ground, the drive starts with Wilson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Willis looking to throw it. Wilson snags it left side. And this will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. That's complete to Wicks. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. And bulldozing his way through. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 92 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
And Walker once more. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. You don't have to use timeouts. What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now it's Darnold. And this one's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
We know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Back to throw, Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers are right back in this football game. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
2, 6.
They go play action with Willis. Now he's going to step up and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Let's go. Cowboy.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. That's to Golden. He's got it right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk.
Willis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good. Packers 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot. 70 Lions.
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Willis. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Ernest Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
0 fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now Darnold. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
Gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw is Darnold. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Darnold now to throw. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's Darnold. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
You have to ask the question, what was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Sam Darnold taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Wilson with a 1st down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, here's Willis. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
6 yards.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Here goes.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Really? This cannot be happening. Pick it up. You're embarrassing us. Here goes, set. Hey, set.
Now a hand off to Charbonnet. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a 2nd and 6. On the give, it's Walker. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Go side.
Back to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Now, they tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packers offense set to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense.
A loss of 6 brings up 2nd and 16.
Willis will look to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Reek Woolen. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He has been a factor in a multitude of ways. Over 100 yards rushing. He's approaching that number in the receiving category, too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can have these types of games? As a runner, you're going through a pile. People are raking at the football all the time. Your hands take a beating, okay? And to be able to still go out and catch the football in open field after going through that guy's dynamite.
He's been dynamite in this game so far. We'll see defensively if they have an answer, because they need to come up with something. 25 yards that time.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Yes, sir.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. That'll be caught. It's caught. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Loss of 11 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Play action. It's Darnold. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready, break! Ready!
Willis with a quick throw out wide. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That's good for a Packers.
Here we go. Cut.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Willis looks to pass it here. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now 2nd and 3.
40-yard line.
Get it.
Willis is going to throw once more. Now he's going to step up and run. And here he'll be brought in a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Gain of 4 yards. And the Packers first down.
Back to throw Willis. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15. At the
And they get up on it quickly and spike it with just a little over 50 seconds to go. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, here's Willis. And that's dropped underneath for Wilson. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Shot. Cougar 19.
Willis looking to throw it. That's complete to Dobbs. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Willis. Now he'll tuck this and run. Willis slides safely, and he picks up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Packers first down.
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Let's go now.
Back to throw, Willis. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Ready? Bronco 80.
One final try here for Willis. Now he's going to step up and run. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score. What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up the touchdown.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.